Hello everyone, welcome to my Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth's Stamping Corner. This is what we are making today. So cute, right? This little box. I'm going to show you what's inside in just a minute. We're going to dive deep into this in just a minute. But before we do, let's go over everything that's happening. Tomorrow is your last day to take advantage of the Savings Are in Bloom promotion. This is a fantastic promotion. The Stampin' Up! Mini die cut and emboss machine is 20% off this month, so you can get it for $48. This will actually increase in price in the next catalog, so coming in May, this will actually be $63. So getting it for $48 now is such a great bargain. You don't want to pay extra later, so get it now. It's such a good deal. 20% off, and then there's also 13 bundles that are 20% off as well. Now, the What's Cooking bundle, the one we used on Sunday, that's gone. That one is sold out. There might be another one that is sold out. A few of these are on the retired list. Some of them are carrying over, but some of them are on the retired list. I know for sure that What's Cooking bundle is gone. So check out the Savings Are in Bloom promotion. Tomorrow is the last day that you can take advantage of this promotion. So make sure that you are shopping that Savings Are in Bloom promotion. And I mentioned that mini cut and emboss machine was going to go up in price by $3 with the new catalog. We do have a few other price increases coming in the new catalog. I posted this graphic in my VIP group, so you can check out my VIP group for all the details on this graphic. But we do have a few things going up in price, cardstock, ink pads, designer series paper, stuff like that. So check it out. Nothing is going up by a huge amount. Mostly it's 50 cents a quarter, not too much. So you can check out this graphic in my VIP group. I did post that on Sunday. All right, guys, the last chance list. If you haven't shopped this, you need to be shopping it. We are things are selling out more and more every day. Now, we are using 4 products that are retiring on today's project, on this project. And at 8 o'clock when I checked, all 4 of those products were still available. So products that we are using that are retiring, so we're using the Timeless Tulip stamp set, and everything that's retiring today is all on sale, so you can get it all at a big discount. The Timeless Tulip stamp set, this one is retiring. This one is 20% off, so you can get it for $14.40, which is a great deal. This is normally $18, so get it for $14.40. There is a coordinating punch that will punch out this guy. It doesn't come bundled. You have to buy the punch separately. The punch is actually carrying over, but the stamp set is not, and this is such a good stamp set. It's a good spring stamp set. All right, the other things that we are using that is not carrying over, we're using the Delightful Tag Topper Punch. So this one is also 20% off. We're using this on the project today, so instead of $23, you can get it for $18.40, so that's a good deal. The other Tag Topper Punch, I feel like, is retiring too. Maybe I need to relook at that, but that one for sure, the Delightful Tag Topper, oh yeah, the fancy Tag Topper Punch, that one's retiring, and that one's 50% off. You can actually do the same technique with the same box technique with either one of the Tag Topper punches. So if you want to save even more, you can get that fancy Tag Topper for $11.50, which is a huge deal. The Greenery embossing folders, we are using these. These are some of my favorite embossing folders. I am so sad these are leaving because I use them all the time, especially this one. I love this. I don't know if you can see the pattern in the video, but this one it's so fun. It's like a knit pattern. We're actually using the other one today, but this one is 40% off. So you can get the embossing folders. You get both of them in one pack. You get 2 for a pack for $4.80. That's a huge deal, guys. So get those Greenery embossing folders if you don't get anything else. And then finally, the last thing that we are using today is the Tasteful Labels dies, and those are these guys. Again, another product I use all the time that I'm super sad to see leave. This one is on sale for only $24.80. It's normally $31. So good deals all around, but there's also other amazing deals. There's so many things discounted, especially tons of dies. If you check out punches and dies, they're discounted, some of them up to 50% off. So check out that sale. You can head to my online store. The easiest way to look at everything that's retiring is head to my online store, click the last chance banner on the top, and it will show you everything that's on the retired list, and you can shop for those products while you're looking at them. All right, guys, our new catalog is coming in May. Now, if you're a customer of mine, you will get a catalog. If you are in the United States and don't currently have a demonstrator, I'd love to get you a catalog. Just send me a message and I will get you on my mailing list. I am expecting these to go out, I'm hoping by like mid-April, but it's probably going to be mid to late April before I get these out. But I'm super excited. It's a good catalog. All right, I posted yesterday on my blog. I have a new card crate this month. This month we are making not only these are stuck together. This month we are making slimline cards, but we're also doing a stamp stack. So you're going to make 2 each of these 3 designs. I'm featuring the Kite Delight stamp set and the Cloud Punch. So we're making slimline cards. These are like they're gorgeous. They're bigger cards. And so in Card Crate this month, Card Crate is my class to go. You're going to get supplies for 6 cards. If you need to add on the Kite Delight stamp set or the Cloud Punch, you can do that. Or if you just need to add one of them, you can do that. All the details are on my blog, and I don't think I linked it in the video description, but I will make sure to go back and link it when I'm done. Card Crate is $35. It comes shipped to your door, and you get $20 in product. And then all the supplies, a PDF, a video, all of those things that you need to complete your projects. And I love the cards this month. And that Kite Delight stamp set is super cute. Do I have it here? I do have it next to me. So this is the Kite Delight stamp set. So you can add this on for only $18 to your Card Crate. And then we're also using the Cloud Punch too. You will need both the Cloud Punch and the stamp set to complete your cards. So if you need to add them on, make sure you do. Okay, let's get to the project for today. Now, the host code, tomorrow's the last day to use this March host code. I will have a brand new host code on Friday for April 1st. And if you are ordering supplies, all orders will receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. And if your order is over $50 or more with the host code, you're going to receive a make and take kit with that to coordinate with that PDF. Okay, so let's get started on our box. We're going to make this box. So what's inside this box? So you do have to untie the ribbon to get into it. And then inside, see if I can get it out. Inside is a little cookies and cream, Hershey's Cookies and Cream chocolate bunny. I got these at Target, of course. Target, my favorite store. I got these at Target. You get 6 of them in the pack, so you can make quite a few of these all at once. I did design the box size to fit 2 per 8.5 by 11 paper, so you can fit you can do 2 of these per cardstock sheet. All right. I'm not going to tie this back up right now, but you'll see how this goes together. It's so cute with that little tag topper punch. So either any tag topper you have will work for this, but I love that delightful tag topper. I love all the details. So sad that one's going. Okay, we're going to start with our box with our cardstock. So you will need your Simply Scoring tool. I'll move this up. And you need a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 6. So you cut your cardstock in half at 5.5 and then cut it down to 6, and that way you get 2 per sheet. Now it's going to be, we're going to go over this a little bit. It's not going to go all the way to the bottom. You can see it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, and it doesn't overlap a lot. So if you wanted it to, if maybe you were only making 1, you could actually do this with a 6 by 6 sheet. The measurements I think would still be okay, but we'll see. But if you wanted a longer overlap, you could just expand it to 6 by 6. But I did design it specifically to fit multiples on one 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. Okay, starting on the 5.5 inch side, it is almost a full square, so you do need to just make sure you're aware of which side you're starting on. 5.5 inch side, we're going to score at 1 and at 5. And so this is the bottom actually. So if you did extend it to 6, your measurements would not change at all. Okay, hope that makes sense. Move it on to your 6 inch side. We are going to score it at 2, 2 3/4, 4 3/4, and 5 1/8. No, that's not right. 5.5. I can't read my writing. Okay, that is all your score lines. And so all the measurements are in that video description. Check them out. They'll also be on my blog a little bit later today as soon as this blog post goes up. Now I'm using thick basic white. I don't think I mentioned that. Thick basic white for the box. If you're going to make a box that is white or vanilla, make sure you're using the thick one. I don't use the thick one often. I only use the thick one for card bases or boxes. because it's really sturdy. And then I use basic white, the other one, the rest of the time. But if you're making a box, you want it to be sturdy, and the thick basic white is the way to go. Okay, so you have a little 1/2 inch piece down here. This is going to be the bottom of your box. And you have a little 1/2 inch one on this side. That is this, like the glue tab for your box. So we're actually going to start on this corner where they overlap. We're going to cut out, I'm going to actually flip it over so I can see my score lines better on this side. We're actually going to cut out this little 1/2 inch corner down here. Okay, let me cut up. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to notch in on this little glue tab here. Okay, now for the bottom, we're going to cut up the long rectangles. We're just going to cut those straight up. And then on the little glue tabs, fold these out of the way. On the glue tabs, we're just going to cut in and notch those. Okay, let's notch those away. All right, now we are going to, where did this go? Okay, these are going to be the little tabs that fold in. Okay, so this one, this little 1/2 inch piece right here, we're going to cut out completely. And again, I'm going to notch in on that. And that will give me my little glue tabs if I put it back down like this. So you have your glue tab here, and we've trimmed up the bottom. I hope you can see that. All right, now for the top, we're going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to cut straight down those rectangles. These are going to be our little tabs that fold in. So just cut straight down the rectangles. And then we're going to fold those out of the way, and we're just going to notch in some little tabs. These tabs are going to fold into the box on top, and that's just to give our box just a little bit cleaner finish. And if you wanted to make these shorter, you could always just trim off these a little bit. I'm not going to do that, but you could if you didn't want them to be super long. Okay, now before we start adhering it together, we do need to use our tag topper punch. We need to get our little notches. Now this punch, you will, because we're putting in a larger piece than the little tray here is measured for, you do have to kind of bend it up there. So just kind of push it in, and you'll see it will kind of go in kind of curved, and that's okay. Just flip it over to the back and just line it up nice and centered. That tab you just want lined up centered in there. Just gonna squeeze it over just a little bit more. Okay, and then you're just going to punch that. Okay, and then carefully pull that out. So you have one top done. Okay, and you're gonna do the same thing with the other side. Just kind of slide that in gently, flip it over, and just kind of line it up, figure it out. Line it up, just make sure it's all nice and even. Give it a punch. Okay, and pull it out, and that is pretty much all the trimming. Now the punch did kind of notch in on the little tabs. That's okay, but if you do have a little piece here, you can always just kind of trim that out. Okay, just any little pieces that are sticking up, you can just cut those away. This little piece right here. Okay, I think that's good. So this is what your box is going to look like. So you have your tabs, you have your little tag topper punch here, and then the bottom is notched in. All right, so grab your strong adhesive. I'm going to use tear and tape. You're going to put a piece on the side here. I'm going to put it pretty close to my score line. You can add your DSP right now too, and we actually might do that. Let's do that, because it's easier to add it when it's put together. So I have two pieces, one for the front and the back, that measure 3 7/8 by 1 7/8, and I'm using the Flowering Fields DSP. This is in the mini catalog. So beautiful. This goes with the windmill suite. The tulips and the windmills. This DSP, it's been one of my favorites. I've been using this one a ton. It's so pretty, and this is probably my favorite pattern in there. I love these Poppy Parade and Petal Pink and white tulips on this paper. So this goes on the front and the back. Okay. Those just line up right in between those score lines there. Okay, and then I have two smaller pieces, and these measure 3 7/8 by 5/8, and these just go on the sides. just kind of make sure if you have a directional pattern, make sure you're putting them up in the right direction. These are smaller pieces, so they're a little bit harder to tell, especially if you have a directional pattern, but they're so pretty. Okay, so we have all of our designer series paper on. So now I'm going to peel this off before we get the glue on the bottom. I'm going to flip this over. This piece is going to be my front piece. This middle piece, this is the back. We're going to put some tear and tape on the bottom, but because it's only going to overlap, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to try to point out with my scissors, it's only going to overlap maybe like 1/4 of an inch. It's not going to overlap a lot. So I hope the camera's kind of picking that up. We're actually going to put our adhesive about halfway on, our tear and tape about halfway onto that tab. So it's going to kind of hang off halfway. So you can see it's kind of just hanging off there. We're going to peel off the backing on that, and then I'm just going to fold it back onto itself, just like that. Since it's not going to cover the entire tab, we don't want to put glue all the way down here because then it's going to stick, the candy will stick to the bottom. So I hope that all makes sense. I hope I'm not confusing you more, but just a small line of adhesive. If you're using a different adhesive, maybe you're using Tombow or something, just a little bead of glue on the very bottom edge. All right, so line up this cut edge with that score line to adhere your box together. All right, there we go. I'm going to tuck in my little tabs on the top here. These will line up just like that, super cute. And then for our bottom, we're going to push in our tabs, close the back, and then close the front right on top of it. Again, it's only going to overlap a little bit, but it will overlap, and then you can just, wherever your bone folder went, stick your bone folder inside and just give that a little press. Okay? All right, we're going to stick our little bunny inside. Which way is the back? This is the back. So we're going to stick our little bunny inside, just like that. He'll fit perfectly in there. And we're going to tie the top closed. I'm using the Pool Party sheer ribbon. This is carrying over. We're going to get this for another year at least. Love this ribbon. I'm just using the last of whatever's on my roll here, so hopefully it's enough. Let's see. One hole at a time, I think. Through the front, through the back. Okay. Now I'm not going to tie a knot before I tie my bow. I'm just going to go straight into my bow, so I'm just going to make a loop up. And then I'm just going to wrap this around the front. And then just tie my bow. You don't need to tie a knot first. That'll just make it a little bit more bulky. You can just go straight into your bow. Just kind of finagle it till you get something you're happy with. There we go. So cute, right? So that's pretty much the box. It's super cute. It's nice and small. You can make 2 of these per sheet of cardstock. Great gift for anybody. All right, so let's make the front. We're going to do some stamping. So let me pull out I just have a scrap of basic white. This is just the plain basic white, not the thick one, just for our stamping. We're going to do some stamping of our pieces. Now, the ones we're using from that Timeless Tulip stamp set does not have a punch or a die set coordinated with it, so we're going to have to fussy cut them. So I'm going to start with my Poppy Parade, and I'm going to use this bigger, more open one. Stamp that down there. You can see all of that gorgeous texture. You get the light and the dark shades. This is such a good stamp set. And it's on sale. It's a great time to pick it up. Mostly what has sold out so far on the retired list is all stamp sets. So if you are waiting, don't wait any longer if there are stamp sets that you want. All right, Petal Pink for the closed tulip. All right. And then we have Pear Pizzazz. And the colors are straight out of the DSP. I looked at the back of my DSP and looked at what colors were in there, and that's how I chose my DSP. So we're going to need 2 stems. And there are 2 stems in this set. Actually, I'm going to trim off a piece of this for my greeting. And then we'll figure this out. We're not going to use the whole stems, so I'm going to use the top though. I'm not going to use the whole stem, so if part of it gets cut off, I'm not worried about the bottom getting cut off. So 2 stems for your flowers. and then 2 leaves. 1 leaf. So there's 3 different leaves you can choose in the stamp set. So I'm just doing just 2 of them for my project. All right, so that's it with the Pear Pizzazz. Put that away. Put my stamps away. All right, now we're gonna set that aside. We're gonna bring in some memento for our greeting. And I only want the Happy Easter, Happy Spring. This one says, Happy Easter, Happy Spring, Happy, Happy Everything. We just want the Happy Easter and Happy Spring. So because it's photopolymer, I can see exactly where I'm inking up. So I'm only gonna ink up that first line of words. And if you get anything on the little H's below, you can just wipe them off. Or you can use a piece of Post-it tape or a Post-it note and just mask that off. But I'm pretty confident I can just do the top row. Okay, peel that off. Perfect. So we're going to set this aside. We're actually going to trim this out. So we'll set that aside and move that out of the way. That's all of our stamping all done. And you would need to fussy cut all these. Like I said, we don't have any dies or anything that go with it. So through the magic of television, I already have all of our flower pieces fussy cut. So I have both stems, the flowers, the leaves, all ready to go. All right, now before we start assembling, we do have to do a little bit of embossing. So I've already pre-die cut my circles. I have a scallop circle in Poppy Parade and a basic white circle in basic white. This is from the Layering Circles dies. Okay, and then I also die cut this label here. This is from that Tasteful Labels dies, 20% off. You can get it at while supplies last. All right, I'm gonna bring in my little mini cut and emboss machine. Remember, this guy is on sale only for a couple more days though. Tomorrow's your last day to get them on sale. When you get your machine, it comes with all of your plates. It's going to come with your number 1, your base plate, and it's going to come with 2 cutting plates and then 2 embossing plates. For this one, we're going to use our light gray number 3 embossing plate. This is just a standard folder. And so I'm going to stick this in here. And this folder it's designed with, you know, grassy ones on the top and the bottom. And I just want it kind of in one corner of this one. We just want a little bit of grassy detail on there. So I'm just going to position my label exactly where I want it. And then we'll just run this through. Fabulous machine. All right. And just close that up. Set it aside. You're ready to go. And then you have this beautiful embossed label. So pretty. All right. So let's start layering everything up. So I'm going to grab my adhesive. We're going to adhere the basic white circle to the Poppy Parade circle. And then our embossed label, we're going to put right on top of that. Just a little bit of the white showing on either side. Isn't that fun? Isn't that a fun label? All right, this is going to go right onto our box with dimensionals. Couple dimensionals on there. Stick this right on the front of our box. All right, let's work on our flowers. So I have 2 stems here. We're going to just put 1 flower on each of those. A little dot of glue on the top of each of them. And put 1 flower on one, the other on the other. Whoops. I glued this to my table. Hold on. All right. Then I'm going to flip them over because I'm going to use a dimensional and hold those stems just to kind of further secure that they're in the right place. Okay. Just like that. We're not going to put any dimensionals on the stems. We're kind of going to use the leaves to hold everything in place. So I put 1 tulip, a second tulip, and this one. Let's kind of curve them that way just so the stems overlap a little bit. And then for our leaves, more dimensionals. And this should fit on here. Perfect. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to overlap those stems just to kind of make sure that they're staying where they need to stay. Just like that. And then I'll just cut off my stems down here, just like that. All right, isn't that pretty? So you could stop here. We're going to add the greeting. So let me pull out my little mini trimmer. You can use scissors. I'm just going to grab my little mini trimmer here. Trim that down. And then we'll just cut our words kind of apart. So spring, we're going to cut apart Happy Spring and Happy Easter here. And I'm just going to cut this down just a little bit more. Okay, and then we're just going to stick this on with some liquid glue. You could use glue dots too. So let me grab my combo here. A little bit of glue. Let's say this one is Happy Spring. So we'll put this one down here. And then Happy Easter. If you have other greetings, you can absolutely pull those out. This is a good greeting from that Timeless Tulip set. Okay, and all right, we're nearly there. We're nearly done. Finishing touch, I have some of these beautiful opal rounds. These will carry over. Yeah, I like these for 3D projects because they're a little bit bigger, so they're not very postage friendly. So I love to use these for 3D projects. Oh. So I'm going to put 5 on here. I'm going to put 3 at the top and then 2 at the bottom. And that will complete our project. Isn't that gorgeous? So cute. I love how the stamp on those tulips. I love that you get the light and the dark shades in there. All right, and then inside we have our little Reese's bunny that fits perfectly in there. You can fit any other little candy bars or anything you want in these boxes. Super cute. You can fit some earrings or bracelet or something in here too. All right, guys, so that is it for today. I will be live on Sunday in my VIP group, and I have, let me see if I have it right here. I do. I have a really cute little box we're going to do on Sunday, or a little basket. We're going to do a little Easter basket with a little bunny inside. Super cute. We're going to make this on Sunday in my VIP group. So if you're not a member of my VIP group, head there and join my VIP group. Otherwise, if you guys are shopping, make sure to use this host code through tomorrow. I will have a brand new host code on Friday. I'll be posting that on Facebook and of course on my blog. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys on Sunday in my VIP group. Bye.